Tangler, what the fuck did he sound like?
I've never even heard of Tangler. Well, we're about to hear it for the first time.
I don't know.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cardonomics YouTube channel. So today we're joined by a special guest who will help us deep dive into the world of cardboard content creation. So I'm very excited to have this one on. A huge warm welcome to James from Wattorips. How are you, James?
How are you, brother? Thanks for having me.
No, going well, mate. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So as a new content creator myself, I'm very excited to speak to you because I never know where to start. Or like even when I first got into it, I'm like, you know, what the hell do I do? And everyone says like, oh, we just start. But it's like, it's still, you know, kind of scary to like know what to begin with and, you know, what equipment to use. But we'll get into that. So just firstly, just wanted to tell us how you got into content creation yourself and just tell us a bit about your journey.
Yeah, I've been doing video production my whole life. So I've been doing skate videos since I was like in primary school, high school, and then I've been a videographer my whole life, worked at video production companies, started my own video production company. So I was always creating content, doing a lot of skateboarding videos and stuff on the side as well. And then I was just friends with my mate Uga from Pokemon Australia and people like that. Started getting back into Pokemon cards around 2020. And then when 151 came out, which was just end of last year, October last year, I was just like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to jump into the YouTube scene, jump into the community. So I started making videos from YouTube and then for YouTube and never looked back really. And I'm loving it.
Oh, awesome. And look, on this channel, I like to be a bit educational. I like to tell the viewers, you know, something that they can sort of take back and learn. And obviously, like, I really want to highlight, you know, like starting's hard. And I want to get the right people on here that can point people in the right direction. So, like, what advice could you give a new content creator when they're first starting?
I would say just don't worry about your gear and, you know, don't have like paralysis by analysis, essentially. Don't need to be a perfectionist. Just start. Just be consistent. So choose a day, whether it's fortnightly, weekly, monthly, whatever works for your lifestyle. Just choose something you can stick to and then just make it a routine, like keep doing that every week, every fortnight, whatever, and just try. It's just that 10,000 hours quote. You're not going to be good till you've done it for 10,000 hours. Like even me, who I've made videos my whole life, I still learn things every upload for YouTube or for this niche or whatever. So just start and be consistent and just keep going, work it out on the way. Don't worry about looking professional or sounding the best. Just learn as you go, I think, build like that.
Yeah, I think practice makes perfect is the perfect sort of saying. And obviously, like every time like we do something new in life, whether it's our first job or learning something in, you know, at school or whatever, we're not good at it until we, you know, progressively do it more. And obviously that's the same, you know, with content creation, I'm going to guess. So like the more you do it, the more comfortable and the more things you figure out. So going on with that, like equipment, like I just sort of didn't know what to buy. I sort of didn't know where to look and, you know, to put all the pieces together to be able to make good content. So is it important to have like the best gear to start off with, or, you know, what is the bare minimum would you suggest?
Just the iPhone or your phone, whatever, Android phone, just they do good enough sound. If you get one of the newer ones, the video looks amazing at the moment, so you can straight upload that. You don't even have to edit it, but if you edit it, you can just get heaps of apps, edit on your phone. You could do it all off your phone. I know plenty of people, a very good YouTuber, Aussie YouTuber, up and come up, Found My Exit. He's been going over a year. I think he's done everything on his phone this whole time, and he's killing it, you know. So it doesn't matter what your camera is or your mic is. Just start and just try to be authentic and good content and stuff, and upgrade the gear as you learn and as you go. This shouldn't stop you. This day and age, just a phone is fine.
Yeah, so I think people might have a misconception like the barrier to entry might be like too expensive, but everyone's got a phone.
Everyone has a phone.
You can just get out and start recording. And again, you know, you shouldn't have the expectation to be like the very best at the start.
Nah.
You know, but I think progressively over time, like you said, I think that's going to be a big one. And that sort of marries into the next question about being consistent. So obviously consistency is key, and that's what everyone says. So like, how do you find yourself, you know, do you have a program or like a, you know, something like a schedule to keep you consistent and make sure you stick to it? And how do you keep yourself accountable, you know, to stick to that?
I just like essentially, yeah, I just chose a day. So Wednesday, I saw no Aussie YouTubers at the time when I did it were doing Wednesdays. It's like, cool, free time there. I made a joke around it, like, it's Wednesday, my dude, on Instagram. I always do that meme. So
yeah, I always see it. So that always gets me G'd up for the next Wattorips video.
Part of my little branding, I guess. So, but yeah, I just chose Wednesday. I've, missed the Wednesdays at the start a few times. I tried other days. I've tried like morning. You just got to do what works for your schedule, and you kind of got to teach your audience when you're going to be there and what time, because it's, even though they're not like officially writing in their account, Wattorips is on this day, there's just some subconscious timing. You're like, he does weekly and he should have dropped one around now. Like, maybe they check on a Friday, but you're dropping Wednesday, So it's like to build a routine in the back of your viewers' minds, and then just to stick to it, which is the question. Just stick to it, man. So if you need, if life gets heavy, maybe get two videos ahead at the start. So you've always got a barrier if you have a bad week or whatever. But yeah, it's like a job now. I just don't miss that Wednesday. I've done Sundays, or like if another set releases, I'll drop an extra video that week just to like try and do it early or on the release day. But yeah, I just never miss a Wednesday. And I do the premieres now on the Wednesday as well. So I have a few regulars rock up in the premieres and stuff, so it's fun. It's building slowly, and yeah.
Yeah, I think having something to look forward to, like once people engage with your content, they really want to, see what the next one is. Like having that like regular routine. All right, it's Wednesday. Like Watto's going to make a new video, and we have to acknowledge like we're not perfect. We might miss one. Like life does get in the way sometimes, and that's okay. But I think as long as you stay on the wagon per se, like enough over time, like you're going to get results. So
you can always say sorry, missed this week, or have extra ones lined up. But it's like you got to look at YouTube like it's TV. Like you're your own TV channel, and when we were kids, 6 p.m. after school, Simpsons are on. Like you just got to be there. Look forward to it. Exactly build the routine.
100%. Good advice. So obviously, when you start, like you're trying to find like your personality, or like I think a lot of people fall in the trap where it's like they look up to certain influencers and they try to be a bit like them. But like for me, I think it's important to be yourself. So what advice can you give people, like when you're starting? Do you just go out there and be yourself and not worry about the judgment, and you'll find your audience? Or like, how did you find yourself? Like how did you want to like act on camera per se?
Yeah, so it was hard because I did a lot of videos for my video production company, and I was trying to act a bit professional on there, for example, or I'd never been on the internet like mucking around and swearing like I do, and then I never wanted to start Pokemon YouTubing for that reason. I would watch like Leon Hart and stuff, and they'd be very acting towards kids and stuff, which is fine. I just wouldn't want to do that myself. I feel like so. But I saw a YouTuber called Cool Trainer Ryan, and he was just being a bit more adult and like clearly having his own jokes and his own things, and that made me feel way better about starting. And then I just say, but even if you go watch my first video to today's video, I've been like letting more loose or getting more confident each week. So again, it's back to that repetition of practice, and you got to get over the fear of like, people from your real life outside of Pokemon might see this or whatever, like it's on the internet forever, all that stuff. But once you've done the repetition enough times, you're nothing crazy is happening from this. Like no one cares. It's all good. Like this is how it is. Like
as long as it's sort of sex tape, man, I think you'd be fine.
Yeah. I'm not cancelled yet, but you just again, it's repetition. So slowly let loose, and the quicker you can be yourself, the better. I think the parasocial relationship between a viewer and the content creator is like, if you're just being yourself, just like in real life, if you're having a coffee with someone and you can just tell there's just some undescribable feeling when someone's acting or they're not acting. And
it's not genuine.
You can just tell like pretty quick. And it's the same across the camera now. So it's just real life. Like just be yourself if you can, I guess. Get over the fear of the camera.
It is much easier to be yourself, but I think people, fall into the trap that it's like, how people are going to, perceive me. But again, like yourself, you're going to find your audience. It's okay for people not to, resonate with your content, because you're not going to, appeal to everyone, and that's fine. And you got to sort of be okay with that.
Yeah, for sure.
The last one, leaving off with content creation, and like we acknowledged before, like we're going to make mistakes, especially early on. So if you could go back to your beginner self, what advice would you give yourself?
Just, not to worry, let loose a bit easier. And then I think I was a bit like lighting or because I'm from video production, I wanted to go way harder with the quality. Even now, I still haven't done like the best I could do, but it's like, this is weekly. We got to take into account you're going to do this every week. So it doesn't have to be the best video ever production wise. So probably just to let that go a bit earlier than I did. And then, just being myself. I don't know what I would say to be. I would say this in terms of Pokemon, especially as a smaller creator, you don't have, you're not making heaps of money from this yet. So don't feel the need to buy every set is what I would say. I did open a few things I didn't even want just because it was the set of the week or whatever. And I do regret that because it's not genuine. I didn't want the cards. I wasn't collecting that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure I could go grade the hits, whatever. But I wouldn't go buying yourself broke to get every set to open because I'm a Pokemon tuber now. I got bought over every set. I see people open shit they clearly don't like. I saw the other day someone said they didn't like Sword and Shield. They didn't like Scarlet and Violet sets, but they open it because it's like they want to be big on YouTube, but they're they're still small creator. Well, don't waste your money then. Just buy the stuff you want to buy and get people invested in your story. A lot of videos at the start, I'll say what I'm chasing, why I'm chasing it, all this. So people are going along the ride for your chases and the reason you're opening this set, whatever set it is, whether it's new or old. So that would be my one main advice to my youngest. I was just like, or a year ago self, just
not too long ago.
Only buy what you want to actually keep or sell or open or whatever. I wouldn't buy shit just because it's the new set.
For sure. I think that's very important, especially if you're enjoying what you're doing. It's going to show on camera.
Exactly.
So it's a lot easier to sort of act genuine, or like, you don't even have to act genuine, but be genuine when you're actually enjoying what you're doing. I think that's the main thing. When you're enjoying it, it's much easier to get up and actually do the content than like sort of dread doing something you don't want to do. So definitely good advice.
You shouldn't do that for sure. Like, even I'm getting a case of Twilight Masquerade off you now. When that came out, I didn't want it and I didn't care about it. And then I watched people over and over. I played the DLC, which is that set is based on the games. And then I started to really like it. Now I want to chase the master set. Now I'm going to open it. And I don't care if I missed. You should have done it 3 months ago when it started, whatever. I'm just going to do it when I'm ready. So
for sure, that's good advice.
Shit,
And doing Pokemon, because you are mainly a Pokemon opening, like you do other stuff, but Pokemon's the main one.
I've been doing a bit of Dragon Ball Z now.
I've seen that. But let's concentrate on Pokemon for now, because it's probably the most saturated sort of niche on YouTube. So like, how would you separate yourselves from others? Like, how would you stand out amongst so many creators? And they're popping up every day. But again, I think just to find that sort of edge or to stand out, it's obviously going to be on your mind. So did you plan ahead, or again, is it still fall under the banner of just being you?
Just being me, man. I honestly, the reason I started, I was trying to get my mate Uga to do it, as I said, and then I was just like, I'll do it then. And then I just started to justify myself in my brain, like buying too many cards. So I just wanted to open so much 151 at the time. But then from there, I don't know how to stand out, to be honest. I'm still figuring out myself. I'm pretty small creator now, just grinding, but I guess I'd try, as I said before, tell the story of why I'm opening certain things or what I'm chasing to get people more invested. And then probably like I do skits, like green screen skits at the start if I can think of something funny, just to stand out. And then just make those into shorts. And I've got a lot of plans for the future to like look different, I guess, and get outside of the office, even if it's for a pack opening, just make a story around it, make a vlog around it. Just more interesting than just a pack. That's what my advice would be, like, look what everyone's doing and then just try add your spice to it, I guess, like your own unique spice. But because people want to watch packs open end of the day. So how can you build your personal branding and do, for example, Found My Exit, he does like point system games. So like if he opens a certain amount in this video, he'll open something else at the end if he hits a certain amount of points. Or when I was watching Cool Trainer Ryan, when he was a bit earlier, he would like flick cards like into backboards and like have the little things and stuff. So like just make some unique things that could be on your channel when you think of them, I guess.
Just be a bit silly, I guess.
Yeah, be silly or be serious if you want. Like, give education while you're opening. There's a million ways you could go about it. Just try and think of something to add on top of like the normal thing to do, maybe.
Yeah, good advice. We touched before about having a schedule and sticking to it, but every now and then you get some major news that comes out and you see everyone just rushing to cover it. You know, you want to be first.
Yeah.
So is that something that, like, say, you know, for instance, the latest one, we can talk about the CT scanning. You know, does that prompt you to jump and say, oh, let's make a video and try and get that out first to, like, get the views, or just be like, you know, sort of like, I've got my plan, I'm not going to deviate off it, and like, I'm just going to stick to my schedule. So, like, what's your workaround for that, or do you just stick to, you know, what you plan out to do?
That's in regards to, like, because I've only ever decided to do pack openings, so that's where I was doing that. I was trying to jump on Paldean Fates, for example, when I didn't want to open it, stuff like that. So I did do that. I just didn't see any point to doing it. And then if I was a news-based channel, of course I would, if I saw the scanner, I would talk about it for sure, or if I did a podcast or something. Just depends what you're doing as well.
You keep things relevant, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe, so for example, I saw something about the scanning. Maybe my next video, I'm not but I would do like a skit about x-raying cards at the start, or like, you know, I might comment on it like that, perhaps, but just depends. If you got, just don't force anything, but if you got an idea and it works in your schedule, do it. The main thing is definitely jump on news sets and news if you want, but don't sell out don't burn out, I think. Look at the marathon, not the sprint. Like, I've come close to burning out already. Like, just with work and life and doing this. So it's like, just do if you have a good idea and it's relevant, do it, but only if it's like not too crazy for your life. Because if YouTube's a very long game, so like,
I'm figuring that out pretty quick.
Yeah, so like, and you know, I'm bad at it now. I have so many ideas. I want to do like 4 videos a week, but like, you just kill yourself. Like, it's too hard. So 100%. It's like, just got to calm yourself down and just stick to a schedule, because then in the weeks where you can't do much, you're like, well, at least I did my schedule. And then if you want to do more, you're like, well, I'll just stuck to my schedule and just make more for next week. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly right. I think that's probably an important thing to say. Like, you know, just because you do content today, if it's not really time sort of privy and you can release it like a week or two, just save it and have something in the arsenal for the weeks you might get busy with unexpected events.
That's really helped me, because the degenerate I am, once I film one pack opening, I want to just open more. So I might film 4 videos in a day, and then they're just sitting on my computer, and then they come so in handy. One week I don't have much time, I'll just edit one of those ones I filmed the other week, you know?
Yeah, so sure.
Yeah.
That's good. And obviously when you make a channel, you might want to have a plan to grow that channel. So how did you go about planning the growth of your channel, and, you know, have you sort of hit expectations, exceed them, or like, how's that journey been for you to actually find that growth?
My only goal was, I read on Google, like, it takes 1 year on average to get monetized, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I was like, all right, it's got to beat a year and I'm doing well. That's what I thought. And then, so it'll be a year, October 1st for me. So in a month it'll be a year. But yeah, I've beat that. So feeling good. That was my only goal, really. So I got to figure it out.
You got to figure out a new goal.
Yeah, I guess shorts probably.
Yep.
I think you got to look at long form as like your bread and butter for returning viewers, and like build the community with long form, and don't expect that to blow up so quick. And hopefully some do blow up. I've had a few blow up, but like shorts are like the bait to send out, and make sure your shorts look like something you would see on your channel, because you get a lot of people just like, they'll just flick a card over and it'll be like, that fucking song is like, come check this, or something, like, it's just some stupid trend. But then you go to their channel and there's them talking and it's like, what the hell? So I try and make shorts where it looks like a pack opening you would see on my channel, or like it's showing my personality, so you come watch what I feel like that is good bait from the shorts. But if you're just doing shorts for the sake of it, like stuff that's your face isn't even in it, it's just nothing to do with you, like they'll get views, but it'll just be dead viewers, because they'll be like, oh, this isn't what I signed up for.
So they won't be coming to your channel and signing up, they'll just be like a viewer then, and then just go out in the distance.
So look at shorts as like the advertising and the bait to get people to your channel, but make sure your shorts are showing off you and your channel is my advice. Yeah,
cool. And obviously a big thing with YouTube especially is thumbnails and titles.
So, you
we'll touch on that quickly. So how did you find, with your thumbnails and your titles, and is it something you had to fine tune over time, or did you do your research before you started, or how did you tackle that?
Fine tune over time, and I try and look back like what the click-through rate was or what worked. For example, I did really well at the start because I always had a green background because everyone had the blue sky. So I'm like, I'll do a green sky. And then I stopped doing that. And then I look back like maybe I should have kept going with the green sky because it was like brand awareness in the feed, people just clicking this green sky. So I might go back to that, for example. But that's just like a personal one. So I don't know, like just to review what worked and what didn't work, because I'm still figuring, I'm no graphic designer, so I just kind of having a play as I go. Yeah.
Cool. What about the algorithm? Obviously, that's a big thing with these things. Like everything's AI, everything sort of goes through a process that's computed. It's not really humans looking at this stuff now. So understanding that might be key, but it's constantly changing. So how do you tackle something like pleasing the algorithm to reach your audience?
Yeah. Just little tips I see, like I saw keep your title under 60 characters. Don't use the same words on your thumbnail in your title. So those little rules I just keep in mind. I try and make the product and myself as big as possible. Not much room to and rule of thirds as well. You just have you, the product, or you. It's like 3 things in your thumbnail. Don't overwhelm your thumbnail as well. Just stuff like that I've picked up on the way and just try and implement it. And again, it's repetition and consistency. Once you do 100 videos, you're like, I kind of get what's working now. You just have to learn the algo for your audience and your personal channel, because I could give you advice, but it might be different sub-niche and different personality that might not work. So I don't know. Yeah,
so just kind of figuring out, doing sort of things over time and seeing what really works or gets the views and what doesn't, and just leaning more towards obviously what gets you more views. Yeah,
I think I'm going to get every thumbnail I've ever done soon, and I'm going to put them in order of the best click-through rate to the worst, and then just review them all. Cool. See if I can see any patterns.
That's a good idea. Last question we touch on this, and this is probably one I struggle with a fair bit. Like I'm trying to be on every platform, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of content suits what platform. So obviously, like there's different people that use different platforms, like your TikToks, your Instagrams, your YouTubes, or whatever. People like digesting content in their own way. So how do you tackle that, and what platforms are you using currently, and what do you find is effective on those platforms?
I'm not the best to ask about this either, probably, but I just love YouTube. So that was I only got Instagram to interact with the community, I guess, because it's kind of hard to talk to people on YouTube privately. So that's why I made my Instagram. But I guess the good thing about Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube is if you make a vertical short on YouTube, more than likely if you've edited it like the brain rot kind of nice, quick way, it'll probably work on Instagram and TikTok as well. So that'll save your efforts. But I do believe in like making content for that platform, like native to that. So, I'd do a TikTok like those filter quizzes, or just stuff only for TikTok and just stuff only for Instagram. But I haven't even done that myself with time yet. I've just been caring about YouTube. I've just been spreading out my shorts on the other 2 for now.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I would definitely look into any platform you want to grow in and see what works on those first. And then, just do your research on what's going. There's always a trend or something on each platform. But
I think that is key. Like research is good, but I think the hours that you put in is really where you're going to sort of shine and start working things out. So look, I think we've covered a lot there, and appreciate your knowledge there. And again, like you've been almost a year. You've done very well. You're over a couple of thousand subscribers, so like well done there.
Thanks.
So let's have a bit of fun now. Like I've given you a pack of crayons. You have absolutely no idea what it's for.
No.
But I do notice on your videos where like you like to make some sounds of some Pokemon. So we're going to open up this pack, and whatever you pull, you're going to do your best impression of whatever's in the pack.
So many different. If this was 151, I would kill it, but I don't know.
That's what I thought. I'm not going to make it easy, but I think it's going to be funny if you don't know what it actually sounds like. So let's just do something a bit fun for a bit. Hopefully get a good pull. You get to keep this too, by the way.
Thank you.
Hopefully get something good.
All right.
So who we got first?
Got a Pancham. Oh shit!
Oh, give us your best Pancham impression.
I haven't seen any Pancham on the anime.
I'll put him on the spot here. What do you think a Pancham would sound like?
Pancham.
Right, who we got next?
Switch. The robot voice.
All right,
Switch.
We can skip that one.
How do you even say that? Snorunt?
Oh my god, these names are unbelievable.
Snorunt. Larvestar.
Oh.
Tangler, what the fuck did he sound like?
I've never even heard of Tangler. Well, we're about to hear it for the first time.
I don't know.
Who do we got next?
Blossom. Oh, Blossom again.
Oh, double
Jibs.
Blossom. Jesus Christ, mate.
No hits. No hits.
Oh, that was probably the worst pack of...
Lucario. I'm just doing the same voice every time.
Oh, jeez. I don't think they're going to hire you for voiceovers for Pokemon,
Freaking
mate.
Solrock. There you go.
There we go. Nothing good today.
Card.
I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to leave your socials at the bottom of my channel. Go check his content out. He's doing some awesome things. I myself, I don't get time to watch a lot of content, but I find myself drawn to, even early on, you popped up on my one of my feeds, and I remember messaging you because I'm like, I really like what this guy is doing.
Yeah.
And probably 6 months later, we find ourselves doing this interview. So no, definitely making waves, and definitely one to check out. So appreciate you joining us, and hopefully you can come back another time soon.
Yeah, definitely. Always down.
Cool. Appreciate it, mate.
Thanks, brother.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's go.